Welcome to the Schaefer Method. I'm Dustin Schaefer. I'll be the guide to your health, and this is level 3. On level 3, we're going to focus on a few of the 5 essentials to life. And just to be clear again, the 5 essentials are food, sleep, water, oxygen, and sunlight. These are the 5 things that are more important in your life than anything else. Without them, you'll die. So our human race wouldn't even exist without them. So I really want to focus on and improve these within each individual life. We'll also bring in exercise and activity, and we'll use those to enhance our lives. But they'll never replace the 5 essentials to life. Who is level 3 for? Level 3 is for that person that is probably a little frustrated with maybe some things they've tried in the past that aren't working as well, maybe for weight loss or having better energy, or just frustrated with the confusion of health and wellness and dieting. This week, or this level, will take 1 to 2 weeks. If it takes a little longer, that's fine. If you're able to get it through it the very first week, excellent, and we can go to level 4. Expect to have some challenges. It won't be dramatic changes, but expect there will be some changes. And expect to feel better and have more energy. For breakfast, our goal is to reduce the processed food and packaged foods. Now, breakfast nowadays is different than it once was. Hundreds, thousands of years ago, we ate very differently than we do today. And for today, it's usually on convenience and coming out of some form of a package. I would like for us to get back to a little bit more of the real foods, the proteins, fruits, vegetables, things that was closer to nature. We're also going to attempt to reduce the amount of sugar that we're having for breakfast. What happens when we eat a high carbohydrate or a high sugar breakfast? It tends to drive sugar cravings for the rest of the day. We tend to always go towards something sweet. Our energy level tends to be down, and we tend to get cravings and mood swings and energies ups and downs throughout the day. We're going to try to avoid doing that and try to find a more steady system that's going to work better for you. Our goal for this phase, this level, is 5 out of the 7 days. So if it's Monday through Friday is all breakfast, then that's great. But it's 5 days out of 7. Now, your week can start at any time. It doesn't have to be your standard week. It can be Wednesday to Wednesday. If for some reason you mess up and you don't accomplish the goal, just start your week over. You don't have to wait a whole 7 days to start back over. And that goes for all the tasks and all the goals throughout the levels. So, some good advice, especially for you ladies. Eggs are usually the thing that you go for in the morning when you choose a protein type of meal or a fresher protein. I really encourage is soup in the morning. Soup, vegetable soup with some animal protein in there, some chicken, turkey, or beef, or whatever protein your choice, some fish. It works really, really well. It's easy, it's warm, it's very nourishing, and soup works really well. You can make a whole bunch of it and have it for the entire week. For lunch, our goal once again is to reduce the processed and packaging foods, to eat a little bit more fresh. Lunch salad is a great thing for lunch, and you're going to do that 2 days out of that 7. And I really, truly encourage you to try to eat the more fresh meats. Try to stay away from the lunch meats. If you can have a fresh piece of chicken, white or dark meat, doesn't matter. Just something more natural and more fresh. Also, play with your vegetables. Encourage you to try new vegetables or things you haven't had before or had in a long time. Water. So for the entire 7 days, I want you to stick with the water goals. For this level, it's going to be 50 ounces per day. Water will help increase our hydration. It'll help reduce the amount of sugary drinks we're eating. And ultimately, it'll improve our energy, and it'll also reduce our hunger. So it's important that we stay hydrated, but it's also important not to drink too much water while you eat. That old saying to drink a glass of water before you eat so you eat less is not a good idea. We want to drink most of our water in between our meals, not during our meal, because of the stomach acid and the way our digestive system works. It actually slows down digestion. So try to drink most of your water in between your meals. And be careful of drinking too much water too late at night. I don't want you waking up to go to the bathroom because I don't want to have water interfere with sleep. So drink most of your water early in the day, start tapering off at night, and do your best to get that 50 ounces in. Sleep, which is one of the most important things for recovery and beauty. If you remember any of those days where you stay up all night long and you wake up and you feel like crap, or you don't sleep at all and you feel like crap, You don't look as good, you feel bad, you feel like you aged overnight. So sleep is extremely important for recovery. It actually increases human growth hormone, which is a chemical in our brain that helps us when we're younger to grow, but it also helps us as we get older to recover from the day before. So during this level, we're trying to get 3 nights out of 7 to give our body a chance to get 6 to 8 hours of sleep. It's also extremely important that we keep our room nice and dark. Try to get all the electronics shut off so that it's not keeping you up late at night. Sleeping with the TV on is a bad idea. If you need a night light, that's fine. Just keep it low to the ground so it doesn't stimulate your eyes. So 6 to 8 hours, our goal. If you wake up through the night or you have problems sleeping, we will address that in greater ways throughout the levels. For right now, let's just work on trying to get those 6 to 8 hours of being in bed. Exercise and activity. For this level, 2 out of 7 days, I want you to be active and exercise. It can be one or the other. If you're very, very inactive and you have never done exercise before in your life, then let's just start doing an activity. If it's walking, dancing, Zumba, I don't really care. I just want to see you start to move your body so that you'll feel better. Now, if you exercise more, feel free to keep exercising more. Just please watch the video if you're a beginner or if you've been exercising for a long time and find out where you should start. And use my video on the exercise library to determine your starting point and at what level you should be at. Extra effort. Once again, this is one of my favorite parts of my program. It's you taking yourself to another level. For this level, I want everybody to focus on the things they're grateful for. So write down a grateful log. It can be before you go to bed. It can be when you get up. But just take a moment and be present and grateful for the things in your life, things that we tend to take for granted. If it's a person, place, if it's a house, it's the fact that we have a roof over our head, or we have to drive to work and we don't have to ride our bike to work, whatever it is. But write down if it's 10 things, if it's 20 things that you're grateful for. Also try something new. On this level, I want you to reach out and try a vegetable that you've never had before or something you haven't had in a long time. Find a new recipe and cook a new recipe up. Just start to explore your options to be a little different. Feel free to contact me at any time if you have any questions. I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Please finish the entire level before you move on to level 4. Don't rush through the level. Try to finish all the tasks that I give. Therefore, you can train your body and train your mind to be just a little bit different. If you have a problem or a sticking point and it's really holding you back, then maybe you can decide to move forward without finishing that one task. But it should be rare that will ever happen. Think of this as resetting your default. Currently, people are on my site for the fact that they just are not healthy. They're not happy with their health. They're trying to improve their health. They're overweight and they're trying to lose weight. Something is not working for them. Or they've been on fad diets their whole life. That is your default. And my objective and goal is to help people reset their default to something new and better. Life will ultimately send us curveballs. Life happens. Somebody passes away, we get in an accident, something happens, and our default will always show its way. What happens at that moment and how you live your life is what your default is. Right now, you have the opportunity to start resetting that and changing your default. So please, think of this as a process of resetting your body and becoming a better you for the future, for now, forever, and ultimately becoming the best example for the people you care about the most. Once you've finished the level, please go down the bottom and just hit level complete, and you can move on to the next level. And I'm looking forward to seeing you at level 4.